When Germany launched Operation Barbarossa, the German Air Force regained dominance of the battlefield. The planes supported the ground advance, guaranteeing almost absolute superiority at the beginning, but the war began to change. In 1943, the full entry of the United States into the European air effort altered the balance. The Allies began attacking factories, refineries, and industrial centers inside Germany. Initially, Americans used large formations of bombers, such as the Boeing B-17 Flying Fortress. The idea was simple. More concentrated defensive weapons meant greater protection. But in practice, the losses were extremely high. The German fighters were fast, well-armed, and highly experienced. Something different was needed. The big change came with the introduction of the North American P-51 Mustang. This fighter had a long range, allowing it to escort bombers to the heart of Germany. But the decisive point was not just technology, it was strategy. Commander James Doolittle authorized a new approach. Instead of merely defending bombers, fighters were given freedom to seek and destroy enemy aircraft. This transformed the skies into an active fighting field. The Allies began attacking not only in the air but also at bases. The new tactic included direct attacks against German airfields. Fighters conducted sweeps before bomber formations arrived. This forced the Germans to take off under constant pressure. Attacks focused on destroying aircraft during takeoffs and landings, their most vulnerable moments. This strategy drastically reduced German operational capability. In response, Germany developed more advanced aircraft, including the world's first operational jet fighter, the Messerschmitt Me-262. The Me-262 was extremely fast and heavily armed. In direct combat, it was superior to propeller-driven fighters. But there was a critical problem: unreliable engines and vulnerability during landing and takeoff phases. The Allies quickly exploited this weakness. Allied fighters began patrolling their bases known to operate the jet, attacking it when it slowed down. By early 1945, the United States and the United Kingdom already dominated the skies over much of France and Germany. Even elite German units, formed with highly experienced pilots, could not reverse the situation. Despite some tactical successes, Germany faced a bigger problem: lack of fuel, trained pilots, and industrial capacity. The Allied numerical and logistical superiority became decisive. The defeat of the Luftwaffe did not happen in a single battle. This was the result of strategic changes, technological innovation, systematic attacks on bases, large-scale industrial production, and constant adaptation on the battlefield. Air dominance, which at the beginning of the war seemed absolute, was gradually broken. And when the skies passed into Allied control, the fate of the war was practically sealed. The history of air warfare shows something fundamental. It is not enough to have the best technology. You need strategy, adaptation, and scale.